Your Pioneers are back tonight versus Manhattanville in their second of two games. This one is in the odd. I would have made this video yesterday, but if you can't tell, my voice is a little iffy. Last night it was worse, to the point where I couldn't make it through a 5-10 minute video without coughing a ton. Coughing's not as bad now, so hopefully we can ride it through tonight through the game too and be fine. Time will tell. That's going to be fun. But Utica faces off tonight against Manhattanville for its second of two games in the series right now, and then we'll face off against them with two more games later in the season. Last night they won 3-2 with 3 goals scored, and one of them was a first intercollegiate goal for Anthony Sarafelli, plus one from Vitali, and a power play goal from Malera. And it seemed like the new transfers in Patterson, Pieros, and Diodario were still wearing their temporary numbers according to the lineup. I didn't see the tweet, but the stream 3 hours ago was finally live because there was tech issues in Manhattanville, so it wasn't. You couldn't watch it during the game. You can only get live stats. So I don't think they were in their jersey numbers of 18 for Patterson, 20 for Diodario, and 32 for Pieros, if I remember correctly. Tonight we will know, unless we check the game last night. I will check at some point and probably make note of it, but we'll probably know by tonight. The fourth transfer in was not in the lineup last night, nor was he in the scratches, which, okay, hopefully we see him tonight. And it is Jaquet, D-man, filling the spot left by Durazio, who transferred out. So, two forwards, a defenseman, and a goalie filled those at each position leaving. Also of note, Utica's at number 2. They jumped up after Geneseo lost last week and leapfrogged, and now there was some upsets right below them. So UNE... Oh, no, I was reading something wrong. Sorry. So, Geneseo lost 6-2 to Elmira. That's who it was. Which, speaking of, there was a couple upsets last night, including Elmira. So, St. Norbert, number 5, loses 2-1 to Concordia, Wisconsin. Number 4, Adrian, loses 5-2 to Lake Forest College. Skidmore loses 3-1 to New England College. Elmira gets shocked 2-1 to UMass Boston, and St. Mary's loses 2-1 to Northland College. So some upsets, including 2 ranked upsets. One being Adrian, a team that Utica has seen this season. So that just tells me it's opening up the door for it's anybody's game at the end of the day. That's what everyone's got to remember, and that's what that Manhattanville game in Manhattanville also shows. Is that it's anybody's game at the end of the day. When it comes down to that one game, in D3, almost anybody can beat almost anybody. You just gotta catch them on the right night. And last night seemed to have been the right night for a lot of teams. Utica was up 3-1 with 10 minutes left in the third, and then Manhattanville rattled off 2 on Pieros. So it's anybody's game at the end of the day. So hopefully Utica can get this one done at home. They are on a streak. Their last loss was in 2018-2019 on 3/3/2019 in Utica. Since then, they've rattled off 12 wins. And that is the longest win streak in the series. Their home record is 19-11-3. And their average goals per game is 3.44. But in recent history, usually they can get more towards 4 or 5 on average, especially on their win streak. So we'll see what the Pioneers can do tonight, especially if Jaquet debuts in his Pioneer uniform, which we don't know if he will yet or not. Obviously, lineups won't be out till right before warm-ups, and then I'll be able to tell or not if he's playing. Utica does come into this 11-2-1 on the season, and Manhattanville's 4-8-1 and are 3-4-1 in the conference. Manhattanville is struggling this season, so that's just crazy that they came that close. But it is a rival. Manhattanville always knows how to play Utica close every time, which is the only time I ever get worried. Manhattanville always puts up a good fight. It doesn't matter if they lose every game or win every game. They play Utica close and they play them hard. Tonight will be American Night, sponsored by American Credit Union. Trying to see if there's anything else interesting to note. So Manhattanville scoring is led by two sophomores in Nicholas Rogers and Jonah Hoynes. Hoynes has 6 goals and Rogers has 12. No one on the Valiant roster is within multiple goals of Hoynes or Rogers, with the next closest scorers having 3 goals. So Manhattanville is not a necessarily high-scoring team. It seems like they're just going to have to catch Utica on an off night if they want to keep this game close. They can't let Utica get away with it early, or Utica will run, especially at home. And looking at their schedule, 4 of their wins, 2 of them are Brockport, 1 is against Nazareth, and 1 is against Connecticut College. Their losses come against Hobart and Cortland, notably. They got smoked by Trinity. Geneseo gave them a good thumping. So some of their losses are to very good teams. So I don't think they're as bad as their record necessarily shows. I don't think they're playing like an under 500 team if they're getting... Because, even Utica would have a tough time in total keeping up with Hobart, Cortland, Trinity, and Geneseo all in the same schedule. I mean, they'd probably keep it somewhat close, but there would be a game or two that would likely get away from them. So, we'll see. And, I mean, it's going to be interesting tonight. Let's hope Utica can step up when they need to. That we see the debut of Jaquette in Pioneer uniform. I don't know if Piros or Lanzi will get the nod tonight. I'm expecting Lanzi to get the nod just because it doesn't make sense for Piros to come in and take the starting role. Plus, it helps keep Lanzi fresh in game speed. I mean, we'll see. But good luck to the Pioneers tonight. Let's hope they can pull this one off and get things done on home ice. And I'll see you later with more stuff.